All right, welcome back to another episode of Talent Talk. Today we have Sarah Damon.
Hi. I wasn't sure if I should do it after I said my name.
You were so excited to press the button.
I love that sound.
I'm super excited for this episode. Sarah is an amazing human being that I recently just met. Shout out IG. Thank you for connecting us.
Yes,
Yo, shout out IG.
And yeah, she does a lot. So
yeah, quite a few things.
Things. Who are you? Who is Sarah Damon?
Yeah, so
Sarah Damon.
Whoa.
But it's okay.
Matt Damon. I'm sorry. It's my head.
It's all good. It's all good. That's such a loaded question. Definitely Damon, but it's definitely like a loaded question. I would say mainly the new identity I found is that I'm a child of God, right? So okay. I definitely can't leave that out of anything that I do. But I'm a singer, I'm a songwriter, I'm a creator, I'm a girlfriend, I'm a daughter, I'm
yes, that is the title.
A pet lover. I'm obsessed with my dog. So
what kind of dog?
Brittany Spaniel.
Oh my God.
What, do you like Brittany Spaniels?
I love dogs. He just loves dogs.
I just love dogs.
I'm obsessed. What's your dog's name?
My dog's name is Ruby.
Ruby. And do you have a dog?
I wish.
Ruby's his dog.
Ruby is pretty much my dog.
Yeah. But yeah. So I mean, like, as far as like who I am, it's like a bunch of different things. But as far as like who I am is like, if we were gonna talk about like, I'm in a business room, I'm like, hi, I'm Sara Damon, and I am a Christian artist, and I sing and I songwrite, and I want people to find their purpose in God. Like, that's like what I would say.
I love that.
But yeah.
That's good. That'll get my attention.
Yeah.
I'd have a bunch of questions like, okay, you want people to find you said their way to God, would you say?
I said the purpose in God.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What is that to you? What does that mean?
I guess it's first and foremost just accepting God for who he is as Jesus. Because I know God is a title. So I think like when we refer to God, we're all referring to different things. Like God is not a clear answer at all. So if I'm talking about God, I'm talking about Jesus, you know? So for me, I think it's just accepting him at first, because once you accept him, then he's going to take the way and he's going to help you find your identity and purpose, so just accepting him, I think, is most important,
Okay. I see what you mean by that.
Yeah. Because he really is going to do the rest, but you have to kind of be the one to open the door. So that's where I see it.
Okay.
When I say I want people to like listen and find their purpose.
Yeah. And then find their way to the door to let him in.
Yeah. That's really what I say, for sure.
As I speak for myself. I don't want to speak for Billy. As someone who has struggled with religion and belief in God and stuff like that, I find it amazing how people do put so much faith in him and create amazing things, such as your EP that is out now.
Yes, Becoming Daughter. Yes,
Becoming Daughter. Yeah,
I love it.
Thank you so much.
I feel the same way. Like, I've definitely struggled with that also, and I grew up being Catholic, and I still struggle with it after. So it's
I mean, Catholicism is definitely something very different from what I identify with now, because I grew up Catholic as well. And I mean, it's not that one is better than the other. There are several denominations in Christianity. I mean, Christianity is like it's a broad term. I mean, even like throughout denominations, but even if you're non-denominational, which I consider myself non-denominational, even if you're non-denominational, there are just so many opinions and so many interpretations of the Bible, so
what does it mean to be non-denominational?
As far as I'm concerned, what non-denominational means is just like strictly off what the Bible tells me. So I mean, like Catholicism, there's like a lot of different I guess you would say like kind of like religious rules, like, right, like you have to say confession to a priest. Okay. Have you ever heard of that? Like saying confession to a priest or anything like that. I mean, in the Bible, it just tells me I can confess my sins to Jesus and God, so I'm just going to I'm just gonna do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I said, it doesn't mean that one's necessarily better than the other. I wouldn't like to think like that, because all of them are aiming towards Jesus, and to me that's like the sole purpose. I even had one friend explain it to me in one way that like denominations are used for people who may like fall off track if they're not in that certain denomination. So for example, like hardcore Pentecostal is a denomination which I don't know if people who are Pentecostal now follow these really strict rules, but like there was like girls couldn't shave their legs, or like they couldn't even show their ankles and stuff like that. And I'm always like flawed by that, because I'm like, I literally don't know if I could ever do that. Like that's insane, like to be so strict. And she kind of explained it as like, well, there are some people who, if they can't, like if they put on makeup and it makes them feel like they want to go out and party, they can't, you know what I mean? They can't put on makeup then. So that I feel like sometimes that's what the denominations like help people with. So I never want to bash any of them. But where I was going with that, because I just went completely off track, was basically like, I think Catholicism was a big reason. Well, I actually know Catholicism was a big reason as to why I struggled finding Christ, because by the way, I did not believe in God for the first 19 years of my life. I don't know if you guys knew that.
Okay.
So I found God at 19. I'm only 20. So
okay,
I'm actually going on 2 years. Well, in August it'll be 2 years. But
wow, 2 years. Okay.
Yeah. So this is like fresh, and that's why I liked like my Instagram bio and everything like that. It says "Baby in Christ." She's so new. You know what I mean?
Baby in Christ.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it is amazing that people could put such faith in God, and it is something that I completely did not understand until I found Him, and probably even until months after I found Him. Isaiah would talk to me all the time, like, have faith in Him. I'm like, what does that mean? I'm like, please, I can't, you know?
I think it's beautiful how you found, you know, your faith and who you are, or, you know, what your purpose.
Yeah.
That means a lot to, I believe, so many people that are religious. And like I said, someone who can struggle with it as well, because even if we don't believe, or, you know, we have a hard time believing, like, we can become motivated or inspired just by seeing your story and you know who you are.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that actually means so much to me, because that's really all that it's about for me. You know, God put it on my heart just because I'm someone who personally did not believe in God because of like society and misconceptions, right? So I kind of feel like there are a lot of people who don't believe in God for the same reason. Like society just kind of lied to them about who God is. And like, there's just a lot of things that are not true or taken out of context. And that's like the sole reason as to why I didn't believe. And I feel like a lot of people do the same thing. So when I was making my music, that's what I knew was put on my heart by God, was like, okay, you started to believe because you were able to break down those misconceptions, like help other people do that, you know? So I'm happy that people could be inspired. I think that's again like the main thing about it, you know, about what I want to do. And
that's amazing how you're just trying to help people through your music.
Yeah.
You know, like, and speaking of your music, Becoming Daughter, was that like your first project or? Well,
I have like a couple of singles prior to this. I think maybe like 5 singles. But those are all secular. Like I said, I didn't believe in God. And so this was my first, I mean, not my first big project.
Okay.
My first project that like, I actually think I put everything in me into it. Whereas other things, it was creative because I've always been creative, but also like getting my feet wet.
Yeah.
The industry is so saturated and confusing that, I mean, it's as far as like a project that you take by storm, both business and creatively, I would say Becoming Daughter is that for sure. The first like one like that.
And how was the release week?
The release week.
Yeah.
The first week was so crazy when I dropped the single leading up to the EP.
What was the single?
Holy Detox.
Holy Detox.
Yes. Holy Detox. So that was the single leading up to the entire release. And that week was, oh my gosh. That week was actually that was much better. I'm remembering now that the week before Holy Detox dropped, I think I was just like a complete mess. Like I was like, my head was spinning. I was like, I was like, there's so much stuff to do. And just, I'm an anxious person. So I was just like filled with like anxiety about it. But the response was amazing. And immediately God showed me that he was working through the music. People were telling us that, and by us, I'm referring to me and Isaiah, by the way.
Yeah.
Gotta always shout him out. But they were telling us how they was helping them with their anxiety, and that they had found music, the specific song on the EP that worked for them and helped them see different things, or just help them relax, and just people who don't believe in God. And that's so beautiful. So I was beaming the week before it came out, and then the week after it came out, I actually feel like I kept kind of forgetting. Like, it was like the day after the day of, we did like a little get together in the park, which was really nice.
Oh yeah, that was beautiful.
I loved that. Which, like, I was on cloud 9 about, because that was just like all my favorite people in one place, you know.
Yeah.
Celebrating something dedicated to God, whether they believed or not. And then the rest of the week, I think that I might have just been a little like not sidetracked, but just like, okay, it happened, and then it was like, okay, because in the past, like I said, I hadn't like followed through with like marketing or any of those things. It was just kind of like throwing it out there. And Isaiah actually had to get me back on my feet a little bit, because he was like, oh, you have to like do X, Y, and Z. A couple of things marketing wise that I had planned had fell through. So at that point I was like, okay, like, I guess I'm done. And then Isaiah was like, no, you know, you gotta, like, these are the things that you have to do, and it was very motivating about it. So
yeah, everything's just trial and error.
Yeah. And then I got like right back on it. I mean, I never stopped promoting it, and I never stopped like loving it at all. It was the most amazing thing ever. But like I said, some of those things fell through, and I really had to like pick myself back up. So I feel like that was the week of the EP after. And then after that, I feel like things kept going.
I definitely think that you shouldn't even worry about that, because like we were talking about last week, or like 2 weeks ago, but people drop deluxe albums a year later after their album. You know what I'm saying? People will still push their albums. They'll drop music videos 6 months later, 8 months later.
Yeah, for sure.
And you know what I'm saying? You market that as much as you can for as long as you can. And then I would say take a break before your next project, just so people, you know, are expecting something new, and not still, not still listening. Of course, you want them to still listen, but not expect anything new, basically. So back to what you were saying about like people that, you know, that don't believe in God and like were inspired by it. I personally hit you up because you do voice lessons at ET Studios, right?
Yes, ET Studio Productions.
And I was like, you know, like your song Holy Detox holds a lot of weight. It's inspiring and motivational, and just like, you know, draining yourself of how things could be draining. And you want to do something new or find something new, and your new thing was God in that song, correct? I'm just breaking it down. And I was like, you know, like I feel so unmotivated, like I want to go, and you know, we jumped in, we started doing vocal lessons, which obviously you're a singer, but you're also a great teacher.
Thank you. Thank you. I am trying at
but yeah,
that.
that's a personal story.
Yeah.
From you know, because I know you was talking about that, but definitely personal story that I have with you now.
To try and feel motivated to like go do something. Yeah, that's huge, because 2020, we all know. Oh man. Motivation lack.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it's even gotten worse in 2021, because like
I wouldn't disagree.
Because it felt like, you know, we thought it was gonna be over. Like, oh, 2020. I mean, everyone made the joke like, you know, when the ball drops, everything's gonna be different, or you're gonna feel different, but things got like a little worse as soon as 2021 started, and then you know, it's picking back up. We're good.
Yeah, definitely. Personally, it was a rocky first couple of months in 2021. You know what I'm saying? And I got COVID. You know, like,
it's good though, because I almost feel like I actually just had this conversation with someone the other day. Like, regardless of how bad things may have gotten or could have gotten, I just can't believe how blessed I was though this year. Like, all my family is healthy and good. I'm like, how did I get so lucky? Like, all of these people suffered and are continuing to suffer, and I just don't understand how I was so blessed to like my year compared to others. I can't. I think every time I get upset about that, I'm like, remind yourself, you know. So I'm grateful. Yeah,
as far as like, you know, like COVID goes, I haven't lost anyone, you know, to the virus. That is that's what I would say about the year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So of course there've been deaths and stuff like that, but it hasn't been virus. So I could say that, you know, that's it's a blessing that they weren't taken out in the wrong way. That's what I would say. If it was, maybe it could have been their time, etc.
Yeah. So yeah, like I said, this year, the beginning of the year, I was gonna say like I'm really big on family. Like you mentioned family, I couldn't process my thoughts just now.
No, that's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, and this past week has been a reminder to that because my great grandmother passed away this week. So
I'm so sorry about that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a hard week. So like, my whole family got together for this, and it just reminded me how much I love my family and how much like we're just all healthy now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it sucks. Like not it sucks. It's like like it sucks. It's sad. I don't know how to put it into words because I've never gone through this before. Like this is the first time I've ever had anybody like this close to me. Like
everything is an experience, and you have the right to feel, you know, however you feel.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, like that's the other thing too is I think a lot of people were feeling really depressed and down. Then it would be like automatically people would be like, well, you don't have a close family member who has suffered like from COVID, or you don't have this, or you should be so grateful. And I think like regardless of your circumstance, you have to understand that you feel what you feel, and you're human. You're like totally allowed to feel those things, and like you don't have to let society hold you to a standard. When you have a certain standard for yourself, or maybe you want to like try and be more motivated or anything like that's for you to handle. But regardless of whatever circumstance you are put in, like, you know, you gotta feel what you gotta feel, regardless of what other people what's going on with other people. Honestly,
I definitely agree with that. And back to like a better topic that's shining light.
Yeah.
You know,
yeah, I'm so sorry.
It's you know, it's real though. You know, we got God in here. We got life, and we're here to celebrate life regardless of anything.
Yeah.
Even when someone passes away, it's a celebration of, you know, what their life was.
Yeah.
But we're here to celebrate, you know, you as well.
Thanks.
And your EP. You haven't said the title yet.
Becoming Daughter. You guys have said it.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if we said it.
No, you guys
you said I'm a baby of Christ.
Oh,
you said new.
Listen.
I could definitely say that. What happened?
Becoming Daughter.
No,
that's perfect.
cry.
I think you should just market that sound.
Yeah. I think I really will steal it. No. Wait. Billy literally was like, oh, and then we just have this one. And I literally went, oh my gosh. I was like, that is so me. I'm just feeling it right now.
It's definitely, what you call it? The sounds embodies like your aura. You know what I mean?
Yes.
It makes me kind of feel like a little bit fairy-ish.
Well,
or like angelish, or like just like flower. I don't know. But yeah, so
Becoming
I would
Daughter
say
very
like
freeing.
Becoming Daughter. I think I should maybe explain what that is. I can explain that.
Yes.
So wait, so do you want to know what the title's like about?
Yeah, definitely.
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Becoming Daughter. So I actually came up with that title not based off of the song Becoming Daughter. That actually was the last song I wrote. Maybe.
That was the last song recorded? Wow.
Yeah. It was. It was actually between Holy Detox and Becoming Daughter, but Becoming Daughter was the last song concept I actually had.
I think that's so dope.
Yeah, Becoming Daughter actually started as just what I wanted to call the EP, and I was in my room, and the EP was all created during like intense spiritual warfare. Which, are you guys familiar with spiritual warfare?
Not at all.
All right, so let me just make you in a little bit. So, spiritual warfare is basically just like, I'm a human. I make mistakes. I'm obviously gonna fall into sin. Sometimes, or half the time, want to sin because of what your flesh wants to do, right? And by flesh, I mean like you as a human wants to do, but then you have like this spirit living inside you, because once you accept Jesus, your spirit, you receive the Holy Spirit, right? Which is God. And it's almost like knowing that you need to live for God, but wanting to live for the world. So like during this entire time, I mean, people go through spiritual warfare, I think, every day. It's like not uncommon in Christianity. It's like always talked about in church. It's just very obvious because our flesh fights with us every single day. Like it's just it's really like a huge part in Christianity. But anyways, so I was going through that, and that's really where I got most of like my song concepts from, is like when I was in this time in my life. And I had also joined TikTok.
Yes, I wanted to ask about that so bad. I didn't want to get you off track. Continue.
Oh, no, it's okay. But I had joined TikTok, and I started to help me during my walk with Christ. I filtered what was on my TikTok because I had TikTok for a while. And rather than listening to a bunch of things that did not relate to Christ, I kind of just flipped onto Christian TikTok.
I didn't know that you could do that. I think you guys taught me it was like you put it on your post or something. You said like TikTok, once you like filter it out, it's like
it's like so
thing.
Customized to you.
Yeah.
It's insane. And so that's really my entire feed is like Christian TikTok with like a couple of just like kind of quirky things, like funny things. But
dogs.
Stop. I love dogs. We got to talk about my dog mo. But anyways, so I had seen on Christian TikTok that people on Christian TikTok were mean, and that I thought I was going to go on Christian TikTok and people were going to be nice, and they really aren't. And there are people who are nice on it, and there are people who are not nice. But Christian, yeah, but it's like, oh my gosh, I don't know where, I mean, like, people coming at each other. Like I said, other denominations exist and other opinions exist. Like, I don't understand what the problem is, but people aren't happy about it. And so when I was like writing my music and gonna come out with it, I had expressed, I had expressed to Isaiah, but I had also expressed like in my room alone, like freaking out, like I'm gonna come out with this music and people are gonna tell me what I'm doing is wrong, or what I'm saying is wrong, or that I'm living for God the wrong way.
Yeah.
And I was like, ugh, I can't. You know what? I'm just flourishing. None of us we're going to fall short of God every single day. I can never be like God. God is perfect. No one else is perfect. Until the day I die and I'm an angel in heaven, I will sin. It's just life. I'm just a human. And so if I do something wrong, sorry. Like that was just like, wow, I'm really becoming. And then I was like, I'm really becoming daughter. And then I would like call his hair, I'm like, I got the title to the EP, like I am becoming daughter. And then I needed another song, and I was like, oh, I didn't write a song called Becoming Daughter, and that's how that track came out.
Oh wow!
Look at that full wraparound 360.
Yeah, everyone's gonna have strong opinions about anything. Honestly, anything, and they just think their opinions are superior to everybody else's.
I know,
and
that's true.
And it sucks, but that's the way people are.
I know. I just honestly can't wrap my head around it. I really can't, and I think like it hurts me. I mean, when you're like, regardless, whatever you believe in, that's factual. Like people are going to have their opinions and they're going to think they're superior. But it didn't hit me as hard until I was a Christian and I was reading the Bible, and I'm like reading like love, light, and like there was even something I think it's in the book of Matthew. Look, something like this would get me in trouble on Christian TikTok, like not knowing exactly what it is. I think it's in the book of Matthew. I'm so sorry. But anyway, it basically says that like if you're brother or sister in Christ like does something that you think is completely wrong, like you should really consult them in private. It literally says that. And then it says, if they don't listen to that, bring 2 or 3 friends along. And then it says, and then if not, talk about them in front of the church. There are people who don't even know each other on TikTok confronting each other in front of thousands of people. And I'm like, did you talk to them in private first? Did you talk to them? That's what the Bible says. Definitely not. It says it right there. And I'm like, did you talk to them? Okay, did you bring 2 or 3 friends along? Did you put 2 or 3 friends in the DMs? And like, and I'm like totally like beside myself. Like I just, now it's hitting me harder because I'm like, don't you guys read this stuff? You're preaching it every day. Like, yeah. So it hits harder now.
All right.
Yeah.
They need to talk with love. They need to talk with love.
They need to talk with love. Thank you. They need to talk with love.
Yeah, people just feel like they're brave behind their phone. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they could do whatever they want. Because on the internet, it's like it's a fair game. You know what I'm saying? Like you could say things.
Yep.
And that's it. You know.
That's it. You could just go. You could ghost. You don't. You know.
I want to talk about like your life in quarantine, your music life in quarantine, because everyone knows like you might ear to the streets. You were performing live outside of your house. I was. And inviting people, to watch, socially distance, safe, of course. Yes. And that's amazing. You were doing amazing, by the way. And then you were reading scriptures of the Bible.
I would throw them in there. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Scripture. Yeah. Well, you could say read scripture. You could say verses.
Yeah. You were doing that, and that's where you started, and that's when I followed. I believe that's when I started following you. You started doing that before you started doing the outside singing, correct? reading the Bible?
Actually, no.
Okay, so then I might have been in tune with
Yeah.
Isaiah on the other side. Okay,
Yeah.
and then I was like, okay, cool. And then you started doing like, hey, this is my journey. This is when I started.
Yeah.
And how did that go for you? And you still do it because I'm in tune now.
Yes. I have to do it more. I actually was just DMing someone about that. I have to do it more. But so basically, I had seen people in other countries going out and like enjoying their neighbors during this time and like playing music from their balconies, obviously like in different apartments in Italy I had seen. And all
that was beautiful in Italy when they all like left their balconies.
So good. Yeah. So I mean, like when this started, I think we were all just like stuck. Like, what am I gonna do every day? And like, I have such a crazy household, and I was just like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. Like, I was just kind of freaking out, and I really thought like, I don't know. I feel like maybe as like a musician, you don't really know. Sometimes we think about like appropriate timing. Like, am I supposed to just go out and sing right now? Is this what people want, or is this inappropriate or whatever? But I saw other people doing it, so I'm like, listen, I gotta just jump the gun because there's a message behind all this, and I wanted to make sure that what I was spreading was positive.
Yeah.
So I actually started in my bedroom. I think I did like one live in my bedroom, and then I was like, guys, should I just like go outside? My parents were all for it. We just went outside, put up cameras. I started singing, and neighbors kind of joined, and I was on Instagram Live for other people to join who couldn't make it or don't live on the block.
And it wasn't just Christian music at that time, correct?
It wasn't. I mean, because I'm definitely not against singing songs that aren't about God, as long as they're just not like extreme, like profanity or anything like that, or like about things that I don't necessarily support. I even like changed a couple lyrics here and there for like singing certain songs, but like, yeah, I was doing that. I was sharing some scripture, which I have to admit I wasn't always that consistent with. Sometimes I would forget to do that, but I definitely was sharing some scripture. Like the beginning, I would like kind of dedicate a Bible verse to the live, and I would actually say it out to everyone in the on live and on my blog, and I would try to give a little bit of insight towards it, or kind of just like, you know, like just kind of spread a little bit of God, and then I would do a mixture of songs, both secular and worship songs. And I was just doing that, and then that's what happened. That's what happened.
You sang other songs. I want to know who your inspirations are, because you know you haven't just been doing secular music forever. You had songs with Chris Viola.
Yes.
Okay,
Chris
and
Viola.
you what'd you call it? You have been singing for how long?
Since I was literally in a diaper. I used to stand in front. I used to force my dad to stand with me in the living room and sing the Wiggles with me. So I've always been obsessed with singing.
I mean, the Wiggles was a bop. Like
Wiggles, OD bop, fruit salad, yummy, yummy. My jam. Let me just say, I was obsessed.
Are you gonna perform it for us? No.
Don't get me started, because I say it's like, nah, she dead wood.
She definitely can.
He's like,
I love the Wiggles.
Sarah belongs on SNL, according to her.
Don't even. That's a whole nother podcast. I do belong on SNL, but my parents.
Christian SNL.
Honestly, I would just be like alongside Pete Davidson, like making like bleeping out the curses, like bleep bleep. You know what I'm saying?
That's actually a dope segment because he curses a lot.
Oh yeah.
Well, they all do on there, but I would like. I would love to be on SNL. As long as they didn't make me do
SNL,
nothing that I wasn't
this?
comfortable with, I would make the funniest sketches.
Look into the camera. Look into.
It doesn't work like that.
Tell SNL they need you.
SNL, I'm your new girl.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you know, like as artists, we're pretty much like open books to people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So what's something people don't know about you?
I think we gave it away, but go ahead. Because of SNL.
Oh.
But go ahead.
Oh, that's
we
totally
know
fine.
that.
I actually don't even know if I would have said that for like what people don't know about me. Immediately when people say that, you think like really deep. You know what I mean? I would say I love doing impersonations. That's like my favorite thing. That's something people don't know about me, and the fact that I didn't believe in God for the first 19 years. What happened?
Are you good at it?
Isaiah, am I good at it? 10 out of 10.
Okay.
No, honestly, this is why I'm saying I gotta be on SNL though, because
All right, so we're gonna make you on the spot.
Yeah, right now.
Impersonation, but at random, and we have to guess who it is.
Okay,
Yeah,
this
do it
is
right
the
now.
thing. I definitely don't impersonate celebrities though.
Okay.
I always impersonate people that I'm really like close with.
Okay, fine. Do it with somebody that you know, I know, or maybe Billy knows, or Isaiah knows, and then it's fine. We'll just try to guess.
Okay, that would just be Isaiah. Like that would literally just be Isaiah, which I have done in the past. But he's like very like animated, so this is gonna be very like difficult. But he's basically like if he's in the studio, this is literally
Mini
what he's
Drake.
like. He's like this. He's like.
That's him. That's
No.
No, Gabe, you gotta do this right now. And we do, and he's just doing that the whole time. And it's always this. Oh, that's fire.
Isaiah.
And everything's going viral. He's like, that's viral.
That's
Movie.
That's viral.
Viral. All right, so Isaiah, was that 10 out of 10, or are we judging that a little harsher?
Well, it was definitely good for the circumstances of her being in that space. 'Cause if he was standing doing it would be a 10 out of 10.
Yo, the way
Okay.
he paces.
That was a hard 6, but it could
Nah, the way he paces when he freestyles. I'm not to get too much into IG, but let me just say that he's inspirational, motivational, and of course, Sarah can attest to that.
appreciate you.
Yes, 100 times over. He's
That-
like my full teammate. Like he's just awesome. He's like beside me no matter what. But he's the like I mean like teammate. Like I also don't really like to use that word because that kind of like doesn't give him
Enough credit?
Yeah, that does not give him enough credit at all.
We're a team.
Yeah, we're.
I agree with teammate. I mean, if
Yeah.
you want to say like host, co-host, like it's
Duo?
like it's
Yeah,
duo.
well the thing is that especially in music, I just feel like titles sometimes are just kind of like important, not title as in like your stance and like your recognition or like what you've done in the past, like not like your resume, not recognition, not like your resume, you know what I mean? So I just, teammate, I feel like everyone is always trying to kind of just like be around and like be on people's like team. And like, what does that mean? And I just feel like for Isaiah, like
It means more than that.
I mean, but he vocal produces. He helps me produce all my songs. He helps me write. He helps me formulate ideas. He helps me with marketing.
Damn, bro.
He
can you
helps
help
me with my brand. Insane. Seriously,
Yeah.
though. And like, Isaiah is like, I feel like my only, like he's my solid team. I remember like when you're an independent artist and you don't have the funds or you don't have the money, you don't have
investments, all that good stuff.
investments, you don't have anything to like literally create a team. It's really the people that are around you. And as far as like my consistent and dedicated person, it's Isaiah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And Isaiah doesn't just throw ideas at me. Isaiah always helps me execute. So I just feel like it's really important to say.
Yeah,
okay.
and
That's
I
beautiful.
definitely agree. We talk about this all the time. Everyone that's a part of making something needs their credit because without them, it wouldn't exist the way it does.
Yes.
It could exist, but it could exist in a
And-
sloppier version.
Yeah. different way.
In a different way.
Whatever it is,
So-
you always want to give credit to your team because your team is literally the rock of everything.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like right now, like we're doing this podcast. Shout out to IG for making sure that the camera is in the right angle. You know what I'm saying? That the
Dead
lighting is
ass.
good.
Yo,
And if it's
thank
not
you.
him, it's someone else. Like,
Yeah.
and if it's not him, then, we just have to hope that it works.
Yeah.
But this time, for you to shout out your team.
Yes.
And whoever, we don't know that was a part of becoming daughter.
Yeah, I would love to talk about that a little bit too. So I made the whole EP at ET Studio Productions. Joey Martino was the main producer and engineer of the EP. I worked with Joshua Satilli, I think that's how you properly say his last name. He is an amazing instrumentalist. So he does like piano. He helped me with Finally Free mostly, and he put some stuff on Soak in Your Youth as well.
Soaking Your Youth is my favorite song. Continue.
Wow.
Amazing. It's amazing.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Did I know that?
You did, but it's okay.
Oh, okay. I'm so sorry. People have so many different favorites. It's like, but and then Gabriel Vasquez helped with some
mixed by Gabe.
Mixed by Gabriel or Saint Gabriel, one of those.
It don't matter.
I forgot.
Either way, go.
But
Great.
he helps with writing on Holy Detox and Over Again. And Isaiah, we already know, helps with the entire thing, even though he wouldn't give himself that much credit.
Yeah, because this is your time to shine, as you not that you just put in the work, but it's your voice too, and you have to execute what people are telling you to do. So of course you deserve your credit, and as your partner, he's definitely not going to try to take that away from you.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Also, one more person, Laura Monaco, Joey Martino's wife. She's also owner at ET Studio Productions. She's just, I didn't get to write with her really for this one. But she was always listening to my stuff and making sure, giving me pointers and everything like that. So it was really good to have her ear on stuff. We got to have her. She's super busy, so it's really hard to lock her down. Mm-hmm. But we got her in the room for like one session right before we decided to like go ahead and release everything, and we just like made the track list with her and everything. So she's really great too.
Okay.
So yeah.
Love that.
So now that you have your EP out, are we expecting an album? Can we expect an album? Like, what's going on?
I don't think an album right now. I think feeding the machine with some more singles or small. Or
play the
small
algorithm.
partners.
Yes, do it.
Yeah.
Yep. Play the algorithm. I love it.
I think that Becoming Daughter was really important that it was an EP. I think I could have went ahead and made these into singles. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But the reason why it needed to be an EP was because it was just an extremely significant change in my life and what I was branding and who I am. It never occurred, or well, I don't like the word never, but like for the most part, it really did not occur to me to make this a single by single thing. I mean, like in the beginning, when you write one or two songs, you're like, okay, maybe I'll just throw them out as singles. But like as the project progressed, it was just like, this does not, like, it needed all 5 songs and it needed to be an EP. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
the reason, like, the album question would be like, people will usually put out an EP before they put out an album.
Yeah. Well, that absolutely, but I just
not coming soon, but coming.
I mean, always. Yeah, always will be something. I mean, an album is definitely something that I would love to work on. Mm-hmm. I just don't think right now. Just because, I mean, ideas are already flowing to me. And I think, like, when we were in quarantine, it was, like, it was a stamp on, like, what that was. And, like the creation was kind of based off of, like, the state of myself and the world. Mm-hmm. And right now, I think we're all really recovering from that. And I don't think it's necessary for me to, like, kind of just write and, like, not share. I just think, like, now that my emotions are really flowing in a way where I feel like I could, like, push them out, I kind of just want to do that.
Yeah, just come out with singles. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But an album eventually.
We got Clothes. We got
Clothes.
Yeah, I seen it. All right.
Clothes.
Yeah, she's coming out with Clothes.
Okay.
Clothes. Yeah.
I love the clothes. What else?
What else do I have coming out?
Yeah, come on, spill some beans.
I don't know.
We like exclusives on here. We're not talking about music. The marketing behind this.
Oh.
Maybe a video. What's going on?
Yeah, so there's definitely like quite a few like videos and stuff that I've been working on.
Oh, can
we
I
put her on the spot.
Can I just say I love the Holy Detox video?
You do?
Like I love it so much. Like so much.
It's really good. It's well put together, and it's just a dope idea. Like I said, it was just inspirational. The song and the video just embodies what the song means. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, the whole point of that was that I just like needed people to have fun. Like it just like, you know how like when we started talking about COVID before, you were like, all right, let's bring this back up.
Yes.
I like needed that for my project. Like I was like, we're not gonna sulk right now. Like, and so the whole thing is, I honestly at that point I did not even care. Well, I cared, but like I kind of was just like, whatever it turns out to be, it turns out to be. whatever. I just need to have fun. Like, and I think everyone in the project deserves to have fun, and like people deserve to not take things so seriously. So, and by the way, you definitely did not put me on the spot in a bad way about like what's coming next. I mean, like, I'm totally down to share. Like, I just have like some videos, and I want to do an acoustic version that will be on Spotify. I'm not gonna tell you which song, but an acoustic version of one of the songs.
Oh my God, please! I love acoustic songs.
Yeah,
so much.
I mean, like, I love acoustic versions too. I typically like them better than the original.
Oh yeah,
I've found that several times. So I wanted to put that to the test, just see what I could do with it. So I definitely have an acoustic version coming out, but I also just like have something that's not Becoming Daughter that I'm working on. That's like new music that I'm really excited about.
Okay.
Yeah, and new vibes. Like,
definitely.
I mean, Becoming Daughter is like such a vibe, and I think that I've created so much of like my brand and like my artistry in that. But I kind of like am like, I mean, onto the next where like I'd love to include elements that I've already included in Becoming Daughter, but I think there's like new things that I've never done before that I'm ready to do.
Yeah,
you know, in my music.
Do you feel like this project kind of made you more like it brought you out your comfort zone as an artist and you want to do more?
Probably. I mean, I think the whole experience took me out of my comfort zone. Not with recording, because recording I've been pretty comfortable with, but in writing I've been comfortable with as well. I think it was just like kind of branding is what took me out of it. And now that I do know how to do it, I am excited moving forward, like on what that is, you know?
Yeah.
I'm excited to move forward with that.
You have inspirations, right? Like artists that inspire you.
Is that what you were asking me before that I got?
Completely didn't answer, but it's okay because it brought you to
what was
other
I
questions.
talking about? I was
It's
talking about SNL. No, I don't know. I gotta go.
What? You're stuck here. So yeah, inspirations. Like
yes,
you know what I mean?
Yes. Okay. Tori
This leads
Kelly.
to an important question as well.
Oh
so
my God.
continue.
Tori Kelly.
Tread lightly now.
Okay.
Yeah, come on.
Tori Kelly. Do you know her?
I love Tori Kelly.
Stop. I'm gonna cry.
I'm
gonna cry.
Me and Justin used to watch her videos. Like, you ever seen her like
old YouTube?
Old YouTube videos, like when she did Suit and Tie and PYT.
Yes.
Oh, we would literally sit there and watch them for hours, bro. Like,
Really?
yes.
She's like, I would just expressed my love for her today. I was just like, she's not only is she Christian, and does music, which is a huge reason as to why I would like be inspired by her. But the way that she goes about it is just so beautiful.
She's just
it's all with love. She's so joyful. She's so sweet.
You saw her dogs. Dude,
Stop. I love the dogs.
I think it's 3 of them or 2 of them. I don't know. They wake her up in the morning and stuff. Yeah.
Yes. TikTok.
Yo, come on, man. I
she
told
got
you.
2 dogs. One of them howls when she sings the song Hollow.
Which is amazing. So
she when she sings
on
Hollow,
the spot.
when she sings Hollow, the dog goes ooh. It's mad cute.
You're a wolf.
Yeah, I actually, Isaiah made a joke about that too, because in the EP I go oh, and he was like, you're a wolf.
I mean, yeah, definitely. You remember the little rock meme with the little the 3 rocks that I sent when I was like, yeah, this is you.
No.
They have
remember that?
What?
It's in the group chat.
It's in the group chat.
I used, then that's when you said Isaiah called you a wolf. But yeah, your inspirations, like, you know, definitely
Tori Kelly. Yo, he's got to keep bringing me back.
No, it's okay.
Yeah.
That's what I'm here for.
Yeah.
Your inspirations definitely, you know, embody like what you want to represent.
Absolutely.
You know, and like, of course, Tori Kelly being like a Christian artist, but there wasn't one before. She just popped up and, you know, not she was whatever in the studio, and then she had a bunch of songs, and she was like, you know what, I'm just gonna put out a Christian album, because her faith was big in her career.
Yeah. She's been a Christian forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you said she was a Christian artist, I was kind of confused because I didn't know that.
Yeah, she actually grew up a Christian, which is awesome. And she grew up a Christian and then just like loved music, and she just was doing music because she wanted to do music and she loved it and she had a passion for it. And then And then she wound up coming out with the Christian album.
With Kirk Franklin.
When was this?
It wasn't with him, but they had a couple songs together.
They did. And this was it's called Hiding Place. Is it 2019?
It might be 2019. The year doesn't matter,
Yeah,
but if you're not looking for Christian music, you're probably not going to find it.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
it's definitely towards that audience.
It's like so gospel.
Yeah.
So gospel.
It's great. And that brings us to like, what sets you apart from other, Christian artists? Like your Christian music, what sets you apart? Because as a listener, like I already know, but I want to hear what you say.
Okay. Well, I definitely think that like Christianity, I didn't mean even to say that, I meant to say Christian music. But Christian music, like I think it sometimes could kind of like lack substance. I mean, and some people are going to be like, well, God is substance enough, and it's like, yeah, obviously, but it's like you need people to be real with you. And I think also like you need some different sounds. I don't know. Christian music really all sounds the same to me. And like the songs that I was singing on my stoop, like those are great songs because I'm a Christian, but if I wasn't a Christian, I really wouldn't care for them. And also even as a Christian, sometimes I'm like, I just can't. Like this is just so repetitive right now, and it kind of drives me crazy at times. So I feel like I want to, when I'm doing my music, something that sets me apart is wanting it to be a song that everyone would want to listen to.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I love that because like just said earlier, like we're not very religious, but like I loved your EP.
Yeah.
I loved it so much.
I appreciate it.
And
Thank
I
you
loved
so much.
everything that went into it. The production value of that EP is amazing.
Thank you. All Joey. He's great.
and your voice was amazing. Like
Thank
everything
you.
about it was just amazing.
Thank you.
Like the fact that you took the Christian music and you made it something that everybody can enjoy, not just people that are in your faith, is just amazing.
Yeah, I think that a lot, like just to kind of clarify too, I'm not trying to hide God from my music at all, which not saying you guys are saying that, I'm just clarifying for like viewers, but like there's no point in hiding God in my music. That's not what I want to do at all. It's explicit, honestly, if you look at the lyrics, that it's about God. But it's just the fact that like, don't you want to jam on the way to the beach?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Don't you want to bop? Like, and I'm like, that's missing. And it drives me crazy.
It has, what's it called? It just has that bounce, and that's okay. It's not that you're hiding God. It's that you're using all the words in the dictionary. You know what I'm saying? Like you're not just saying Jesus, God, you are describing him and feelings, emotions.
That's what I mean by being creative.
Like that's, as Isaiah saying that's spot on. So I'm good. Snaps for me. Listen, as somebody that is not religious and struggles with faith and all that, like I told you, I stood up. I had work at 6 a.m. the next night, and it came out, and I was like, wow, this is great, because Holy Detox was the first song, right?
Yeah.
That she released, and it was also the start of the album.
Yes.
And then the next song right after that is Soaking Your Youth.
Yep.
So once I got to Soaking Your Youth, which is my favorite song, I was like, wow, this is amazing. It made me want to listen to more.
Yeah.
And Soaking Your Youth, even in the title, you can know what it is. But it just means so much more. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you feel everything. So it's not even about God, it's about within.
It is.
And but that's what I'm saying, that from you, like you listen to it, of course you're gonna correlate to God and all that other stuff and other Christian people, but you made music that other people can listen to as well.
Yeah.
I love it. I bump it literally in the morning, like
that's awesome.
to like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What's the name of the song? Over
Again.
There you go. Over again. Yes. That has a little bit of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A bop compared to Soaking Your Youth, because Soaking Your Youth is like real,
super like slow.
Lovely, but
thank
slow.
you. You know, we talked about like that open door, like having to open it. Like I feel like that's what this music is. Like it's to kind of make you think, and maybe it's that open door for some people. Yeah. And if it's not, that's also more than okay. Like,
and like I said,
go ahead. Oh, I was gonna say like just how you talked about like the lyrics, like a lot of lyrics in Christian music, that's what I was saying, is like lacking creativity. It's just kind of like we're all saying the same thing. And like even like right now I'm writing a song, and that song is about something that so many Christians don't want to talk about, just because like I don't know if it maybe it just, I don't know. I mean, I feel like not at like, yes,
What's
being
the topic?
Yeah. That was,
I was about to say,
ask.
I'm so lost.
I was gonna ask.
Dang.
The topic.
All right. I guess I'll just give it away. But it's about anger.
Okay.
It's about feeling anger.
Well, of course, everyone has emotions.
Exactly. But anger
not get
is a
into it.
sin. To act upon your anger, I should say, is a sin. And I just feel like just because I need to write a song about it, it's not bad. It's actually really good that I'm writing a song about it rather instead of acting upon my anger, you know? So, but I don't know, like, where are the songs about that? Like, where are the songs about being sad? Where are the songs about being lost? Everything's like, I'm lost and you found me. And I'm like, yes, I've even wrote lyrics like that.
Yeah.
But like,
But maybe I'm still lost.
have you ever been lost for months and like literally needed to write a song about it? I'm like, does nobody that's Christian need to do that?
So,
you know?
This kind of touches into, religion and stuff like that. Did you hear about what happened with Kirk Franklin?
No.
He got into an argument with his son, and he used very bad curse words. And so I don't know if he's Christian or Catholic, and I'm not trying to get in trouble.
No.
So yeah, he used curse words, and people in that community, religious Christian Catholic, they were saying like, you aren't a true Christian Catholic.
Wild.
Because he was saying some bad stuff, and it was disrespectful to his son, but that was a private matter. It
Also, he will take that up with God.
Yeah,
he will take that up with God.
We all sin, and that was his thing. And I mean, it's Kirk Franklin. Yeah. I mean, come on.
Listen, this is the thing. I'm actually in the middle of reading one of the books in the Bible, Romans, and it literally says, "Do not pass judgment on anyone because you're a sinner." Like that's basically what it says, and it just boggles my mind.
Talk because they are not agreeing with that. They're you know what I'm saying?
I'm like so
there's
confused.
A lot of judgment in that community.
You could go
which can sway you away from it.
Yes, did it to me. But like you could say like that's not right. Like you could just be like that's not right. But like what are you doing? Like speaking out about someone else's personal matter that they have to take up with God. Like this is what I was saying in the book of Matthew, is just being like, hey, why don't you take it up with him in private? Like I'm sure him and his son are going to handle that. And like that doesn't mean that you have to feel good about it. I'm not happy that he did that. Like I'm not like, oh yeah, that's totally fine. I'm not saying that, but I just don't know where we've ever thought it was our place.
Yeah, that just goes back to the fact that people just have strong opinions about things and they just think they could implement their opinions on what we're talking about, and they feel like their opinions just are the only opinions that matter.
Yeah, I mean,
and like that's just not how things are. Like you don't have the right to say these things, and like they're true, but like they're the only thing that matters. You feel me? Like that's just
of course.
not it.
Like I mean, to even go as far as like say that someone is not a good Christian, like none of us are. Like that's literally the point. Like we literally all sin, and I can't say it enough because I'm like, do people not get it? You know, and it's kind of like
I guess it's that people try to live their life super or not super, but so perfect, because that's maybe what they
Christ-like, and Christ is perfect, but it's not that I'm saying okay to anyone's sin, because sin is sin, and it just separates us from God. But it's just that I don't like, people will judge and then be like, I'm not judging. I'm like, no, you're judging. You're judging. You need to face it. Like, you know what I mean? Like everyone's just trying to chit chat.
The mic.
Oh, well, which way?
You're good.
Okay.
We had a moment.
Everyone's just trying to like, I have no idea.
Chit chat.
About what? What was I even saying?
No, you said everyone's trying to chit chat.
About what?
Gossip, judgment.
Yeah, just gossip. Yeah.
Okay,
in the community.
Honestly, though, I don't know why I use that word. I'm so confused. Okay, hold on, let me collect myself.
Gossip, chisme. Oh, well.
Yeah. Okay.
Chisme.
Okay.
You're not Spanish, correct?
No.
What are you?
Italian.
Full Italian?
And Irish.
Italian and Irish. But you do speak a little bit of Spanish on the album.
Oh, yeah.
I do. Don't make me say it right now. I'll trip it up.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We won't do that to you. But you do speak a little bit of Spanish on the album. And it gives it, that vibe. I believe that's on Over Again.
It is on Over Again. It is. Isaiah's grandma actually helped come up with that lyric. because Spanish speaking woman, white girl, needed some help.
Of course. And
he butchers Spanish, so it's no help.
Damn.
That's
He knows it.
That's
Damn.
That's he feeling hot over there.
And I loved it. I love when I heard that.
I just think it was great.
Honestly, we included it especially because she's been asking us to include Spanish in our song. She always says like Nat King Cole. That's what she said. Nat King Cole, just like that. And I've never looked into it. I don't know. Does he sing things in Spanish?
What is that?
Who is that?
I couldn't hear it. I thought you were saying like she was just screaming at you. Not King Cole.
It's some artist.
Nat King Cole.
Oh, it's a Spanish artist.
I literally don't know.
Listen,
Incorporates other languages.
That's what she
yeah.
says. But then every time I ask anyone else who says they listen to Nat King Cole, I'm like, does he speak Spanish in his songs? They're like, I don't know. So honestly, I have no idea. She could, but regardless, she says to do it like him. She wants us to do that. So we did.
I think it was dope. And
Yeah, it was super dope.
It literally. Shout out Gigi. She listened to this album. I sent her the song. I sent her the album, and she was like, "Oh, the Spanish? Yeah, this is getting added to my playlist," and she loved it. Yeah.
That's so awesome.
Yeah,
That
so
makes me so happy.
like just one thing could make somebody add it to the song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm added to a playlist. It's just it is what it is.
And it adds to the song.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love it. I love that part. That was so great.
She's excited.
I am excited. I'm excited.
I kind of want to hear you sing, but I don't know
Nice.
if you want to
What's
do
that?
like an acapella.
I'm cool.
Because you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we don't got your instrumentals here. Or if you want to sing over your song.
No, that's all right. I could just sing.
Oh no, you don't gotta jump right into it.
Oh, so
What's your
hard.
favorite song? You gotta
Right,
get some
facts.
build up
Yeah.
to the. You know what I'm saying? Like this is the song, and this is
I'm
the
like
why
literally
I
about
want
to
to
go.
sing.
Okay.
Well, you're used to it on the spot.
I would say my favorite song, I think, was just it was Becoming Daughter for a really long time. I think it might still be that, but I also feel like I'm not sure if I really have a favorite anymore.
Okay.
Just because lately these days I'm really loving Soak in Your Youth.
If you sing that, I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh, I could do that one.
Yeah,
I wasn't going to, but
I think it's the perfect one. Either that or Finally Free. Like just because like the other ones are a little bit too boppy for you to do acapella. That's what I would think.
Unless I could always slow it down though.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Okay.
Versatile. My bad.
Oh yeah.
Versatile. Yeah. So that's where I think I'm at right now. I mean, like, yeah, I would say that.
Okay, so Becoming Daughter is your favorite, but you don't really know exactly was your favorite, and now you don't have one.
It was like the song.
It's the
like
star. You know what I'm saying? If you go on like streaming services,
that's what I've heard, which I'm not sure why, because it's not the most streamed song. Is it just because it's the title track? Someone told me it was because it's the most streamed song, and I'm like, but it's not.
It's the star on Apple Music. So is it? Did you check the streams on Apple? I don't know about any other streaming service.
I did, but I'm pretty sure Holy Detox still has the most.
Dude, why do they give the stars anyway? Is it the most popular song?
It's usually the most popular song, and it might not be the most streamed because Holy Detox came out first. That's what I would say.
So maybe Holy Detox is streamed more.
That's what I'm saying. It was probably streamed more because it came out first, but on the album, because you got to remember, Holy Detox is probably streamed as a single since you put it as a single.
Yeah.
No, it actually I'm pretty sure the ID is the same.
Oh, okay.
On Spotify,
you know the marketing stuff. But on Apple Music,
it recognizes it as like it's a single and it's an EP, but it's the same song.
Okay, cool.
Like it kind of recognizes
So
that.
the streams kind of transferred over, like when you came
based off of what I've seen. I could be completely wrong, but like based off what I've seen, it's just referring to it as the one from the album or whatever. So that's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah.
I from what I know, I usually like a single. When they package it with like an album, whatever, they don't want you to listen to a single no more. They want you to listen to it on like the album because then it would put the streams together. So that's what I would say that Holy Detox probably has more streams only because of that reason. But I don't know.
Right. They say that like you could take it off and like you could delete the single. But I honestly didn't want to take it off because of the artwork. Because I feel like the artwork was so cool for Holy Detox, and I just didn't want that off of it. But
shout out Gabe. I didn't really know that he was like that great of a photographer.
He's so sick.
I just didn't know. Not just on his other work. It's just I didn't know that he was a photographer like that. I thought, hey, I just shoot, but those shoots were professional level.
When I tell you, bro, Gabe is actually amazing. Like amazing. Like his photography, he was getting into it. I didn't even know initially when he was getting into it that he had like this much of a love or a passion for it. I just Gabe is like a jack of all trades. You know, he just wanted to take some pictures and make them look pretty because he has the ability to. But oh my gosh, with him like honing in on it, I can't even believe the things that he does. Like I always tell him like all these ideas that I have for him, and I'm like, oh my gosh, you could do this for your career, and you could do this, you can do that, just because I think like what he does is actually incredible. I don't know anyone that is actually accessible that does what he does. Everyone else is either way too famous and way too much money, or not good. Yeah, and he's just like great and like right here on Staten Island.
I can't wait to get him in this room, because that is this podcast is called Talent Talk, and we brand ourselves on Staten Island, New York. So
yes, more
mixed
talent on
by
Staten Island.
St. Gabe. It will
also
be here.
Saint
Sight. I don't even know. He got so many names.
Yeah, he does.
We got to brand him.
Billy's like, okay, and what are we talking about?
Gabriel, the one that mixed Jamin's EP.
I know who Gabe is.
Oh yeah,
who's Saint Sight?
No, that's him. That's Saint Gabriel. Yeah,
he's he actually, you know the cover art for Becoming Daughter. Yeah. And the cover art for Holy Detox. He did both of those and edited them and made them so beautiful.
So he's a photographer.
He's everything.
Producer.
I don't know.
Engineer.
Engineer. Yes.
I mean, I think he's getting into producing something, but I don't want to speak on his behalf.
He's probably
but he's like a handyman. He like literally ET and a writer.
We talked about that earlier.
Oh, he's a writer too.
He wrote. Well, he actually doesn't. Well, as far as I know, he hasn't gotten so deep into writing, but Gabe is a great person, so I just love to like pull him in the room, and like we were the three of us, and Gabe were writing. But no, he came up with the stuff. He came up with the. I have him on my BMI. I have him on my BMI. That's what I'm saying though. Like I'm not like I don't want to speak on his behalf because I don't really know where he stands with that. But like he definitely wrote and he came up with some great stuff, and he's on my BMI. If you search it,
I'm over here like BMI, body mass index. What's going on? But she's talking about the charts and owning her rights to her music.
Yes,
independent.
I am talking about my royalties and stuff.
Let's go.
That's where that came from.
Boss status.
We try.
Own your shit. Oh, sorry.
you were doing so well. No. It's okay.
Damn.
It's all gone.
That's how we cover it up.
It's all gone now. Yeah.
Yeah, facts.
Own your stuff.
Own it. It don't matter. Passionate. We understand.
Yes. Yeah. Of course.
And shout out to you for being an independent artist out of Staten Island. You know, like
for real.
Just being independent in itself is draining.
Yeah.
And I'm not even gonna go down that hill because we can talk for hours about that. Yeah. We'll even do it off camera. But I'm ready to hear some vocals, especially now that I know.
Yes, I forgot about that.
I was about to bring it up too.
That's what I'm here for. I got you.
Yeah. All right,
and so it's gonna be soaking your youth, correct?
Yeah.
All right. And one more thing. Will there be any video for this song? And if you can't say it, it's okay.
I mean, I could ponder upon it because I definitely have not planned that. But like, maybe we'll do it. Like, who cares? I don't know.
Well,
no, like I love the idea.
It could be an acoustic because right now this is going to be a video. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. However long you sing, video of it.
However long you sing, you know, you clip this and you take it with you. That's fine. But
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm not as good as Golden Cut. Shout out Golden Cut. But
yes. Why did we not shout them out?
It's
Golden
right.
Cut. We talk about the Holy Detox video. That's Golden Cut. Amazing.
Oh yeah. Golden Cut did that?
Yes. Golden Cut did that.
Golden Cut also did the intro,
intro to Holy Detox.
No, yes, but they also did the cover for Jamin. They did the video cover, the video trailer.
Oh,
there
yeah,
you go. For his album.
For his album Dart.
Yeah, for his
Misunderstood. Dart is one of the songs. Dart was actually the song that was playing in the background.
Yes,
am I right?
And just the whole Dart and everything with the spinning. It was just dope. It was creative. Directed by IG. Listen, I hear your name too much for you to not be out here doing things, you know what I'm saying, on your own as well. I'm just saying. I'm gonna give you the side eye. I'm not even gonna look at you.
I'm interviewing Sarah Damon,
Yeah.
Listen, we're also bigging up everybody else because it's a podcast and it's natural.
Yeah.
Natural.
And everybody deserves to get bigged up, bro. Especially people like you, bro. For real.
Yeah, no, he's got a lot to say. You guys definitely gotta have him on here.
Oh no, yeah, Isaiah already know. You know what I'm saying? We got to get him on here with his twin to talk about his twin. I mean, his dad. My bad, Drake.
Oh yeah,
He was like twin. Wait, there's more to.
I was like thinking Gabe, and I was like, no, I don't think there's twin.
I'm gonna be excited right now when you sing "Soaking Your Youth," and I want to just put all the attention on you.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So yeah,
I'm gonna put it on God. You put me out. Put it on God.
This is you, right?
Yep. Let me get this.
Get that out of there. We're gonna get this out of here.
Wow. Okay.
You can go whenever you're ready.
All right. Nice. Oh wow. Really cool. Now they don't hear anything else. Okay. So this is Soaking Your Youth. I get lost in the thoughts of the blessings he'll bring. All that'll come as I work to do more for the King. How I'll travel oceans and praise on your land. I won't go alone 'cause you gave me my man. And we'll see the world holding hand in hand. As I get excited, you tell me again. Oh, soak in your youth, you're freshly unraveled, bearing your truth. The times you love, you live, but there's more than now than you've chosen to give. Be still within his presence. These days are merely a second. Ooh, soak in your youth.
Yo,
I love that. I love that.
I'm literally crying.
Oh,
bro.
nah.
That was beautiful.
Nah, not the cry.
Wow, that's crazy.
I'm literally crying, bro.
Billy,
Yo,
I love that you're laughing about it, but that's so beautiful. Thank you.
No, of course. Oh man.
Wow,
Can you do it again?
that's so awesome.
I couldn't even hold it back. I'm like sitting here. I'm literally just like, damn.
It's just dope when
thank
somebody has a
you.
voice like that. I'm telling you, we
Oh
need
my
to get
God.
you in a room with Elaine Crystal. I already heard that you've been spoken to about her, or IG has been spoken to about her. I was on the phone with her today.
Mm-hmm.
She said that she loves your voice.
Wow.
We'll get into it with that. But yeah, your voice is
awesome.
amazing, and
Thank
I'm sorry that I
you.
jumped. I just wanted to connect you two for sure.
No,
Oh, definitely.
yeah, that's totally fine.
Because even though you do make Christian music, you said you have new vibes, new coming. So I'm just gonna assume that you're not only doing Christian music forever. And if you are, then maybe features won't be part of your Christian music.
Yeah.
We'll never know. But
Yeah.
just if you connect with somebody, go ahead.
Do you want me to speak on that, or
If you want to.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I mean, like, I think that like for about like I would say maybe 5 months before I started really writing Christian music, anything that I tried to write that wasn't about God literally just wound up being about God because I just couldn't help it. You just kept fixing the words. So
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm not like, as long as it's not profanity or anything that obviously, like I said, I'm not against, then I'm happy to do it, but at the same time, I just don't know if my heart's calling me to do that right now.
Okay,
I mean,
no, that's
it's
fine.
not like a never thing, but at the same time, like, music is music, and I think like there's a lot to speak on, and like it doesn't mean I'm never gonna sing about love in a different way, or like ever gonna speak about happiness that something else brings me. Like, you know, it's just like I don't really put myself in like a category or bound myself in any way. I mean,
Yeah.
which is so hard because
It's
people
all
always
gonna be
want to
natural.
know like your
But
brand, and I'm like, but it could change.
honestly,
I mean, it's
Elaine
always
is-
gonna be about God. Believe me, a child of God, one child of God forever. Let me just say, but
Elaine,
Yeah, but you don't have to brand yourself, like restrict yourself to a certain type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I
that's
feel
what I'm
the
saying.
same
Like,
way.
I could
don't
write
really-
different types of music.
Yeah,
or
I like
stuff
if I
that.
hear a beat and I mess with it, like I'm gonna write to it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, for sure. I
And-
mean, like, who knows?
and
what
I
will be in the
definitely,
future.
I definitely can understand what you're saying. You're basically saying like, or at least what I interpreted was, I have this, you know, you have Christian music and that's what
Mm-hmm.
you like, but it's who you are. It's not just what you like. So it's not even that you're a Christian
Yeah.
artist. It's that's what you write. You write from God.
Yeah,
and that's the way I interpreted it.
Yeah.
And so Elaine as well, will, can be religious or anything like that. So I believe that even if you do collab, it would be something new for her.
I mean, I would love it regardless. Like I love meeting new people and talking to new people.
I definitely love that.
I would be so happy. No, I would be so happy too, genuinely.
For sure.
Regardless, it's awesome. Really.
I love that.
Yeah, for real.
And then you done crying?
No, bro. Like, oh man, I was just sitting here listening to you sing, and I'm just.
And we got it on camera too. Like, did the tear drop?
Nah, man. I'm not gonna lie, but like my eyes were like super like watery, and I'm just like, oh,
it's a.
I'm
deep
gonna cry.
song.
It's super deep. It's
Bro.
super deep. It's super like, and like I don't know. It just came out. I'm like,
listen, I cry whenever I hear that song, "Forever Young." Forever
oh my god,
Young.
yeah, that song is
you
amazing.
You could just cry, bro.
Yeah,
like,
literally.
I feel like sometimes. Like when those songs just do the view, but like Soaking Your Youth is like very much like kind of about some of the same things. So the same vibe or whatever. Yeah. So it's kind of like I definitely understand why that happened, but I really do appreciate you loving the song and connecting with it so much. It's like really amazing.
And it's like the thing about music is that it just brings feelings out of you. You know what I'm saying? Like unintentionally, you'll just feel things because of the words and the way they're being said. You know what I'm saying? So like that's just, and sometimes when you connect to it on a deeper level, it'll just come out. You know, and that's exactly what happened. I connected to that song on a deeper level, and it just came out. Like it's just, and that's amazing to me.
Yeah, thank you.
Shout out to your talent. Shout out God.
Shout out God.
And shout out to you. Like
thank you.
I love what you're doing, and I'm very happy that you were the first female to come on to Talent Talk.
That's what I'm saying, because I never heard it before until I came on this show. That's what I'm saying. Like I played that and I was like mad happy, and then I was like, "You've heard a girl on here before?" He was like kind of shocked. He was like, "Oh, you like that sound?" I'm like, "No, don't put no bombs in here, man."
Yeah.
Put no bombs. We're not playing bombs.
But we have the sirens and stuff.
Yes.
She has her own sirens in her vocal cords.
Oh yeah.
Don't do it.
I'm going up there.
Yo, when we were in when I took the vocal lessons, and I was like, yeah, like we were learning sirens in our vocal class. She was like, oh, this, and she just started sounding like a cop car.
I know what you're talking about now.
Yeah, and she was like, oh no, we don't call like the one that we did. She was like, we don't call those sirens. What'd you call them? Scales?
Slides.
But he did say they're slides too.
Oh, okay. He said sirens or slides.
I mean, like Steve Mackey's immaculate. Like I think we just have different terms.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yours are actually a lot harder to do, and I tried it the other day.
Yeah, those slides are no joke. Oh my god.
Joke.
Yeah,
no joke.
I love it though. Yeah, thank you for everything. Just being here, being the like I said, being the first female. I think it brings it's bringing us to another level. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's like a new dynamic.
Exactly.
To the show.
First Christian artist. I don't want to say first Christian artist out of Staten Island because I'm not informed about that. But first female Christian artist out of Staten Island that I've heard. And glad to have you here. Not that I'm ending it. I just wanted to put that out there before I forget.
Yeah, definitely.
Not that I'm ending it. I just wanted to put that out there before I forget.
Yeah, I mean, I can go for hours. It's probably better that someone cuts me up. I can set it the whole like circling back. You're like, okay, and your inspiration.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, can I just say something really quick?
Yes, go
I
ahead.
did not say. I said Tori Kelly, and then I got sidetracked by Tori Kelly. Julia Michaels is like legitimately hands down one of my favorite people ever, and I could cry thinking about her. So just you need to listen to Julia Michaels.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna listen to Julia Michaels because after you mentioned her earlier, I was like, I don't even know who this is.
Inner Monologue Part 2 is what you need to listen to.
Okay.
All right, cool.
Okay.
Did you listen to PJ Morton?
PJ Morton.
Oh, who is that? Her boy?
Oh, no. PJ Morton.
No.
You have. Nothing.
Exactly.
Nothing. All right.
Exactly. Because
Wait.
we tried to put them on.
No, listen.
We tried to put
PJ
them
Morton.
on. We tried.
To me?
Well, you know what? You're very, very busy, so it's okay.
Okay, so we're gonna mention it again.
Oh wait, the group chat.
Yes, the group
You guys
chat.
see that I'm not very good at this?
It's fine.
It's okay because Isaiah said he was gonna listen to it too. Did you listen to it? No. Thank you.
Yep. So PJ Morton.
We would play it, but it would be copyrighted.
Yeah,
so
we don't want to get
not do
copyrighted
that.
again. PJ Morton has an album, and a piano album.
Can you give me one song? No. The most popular song. Can you just tell me what it is?
Well, my favorite song on it is definitely
No,
Ready?
I need the most
No.
popular song though, so that I could see if I know any idea who
His
he is.
his album is called Gumbo. It's okay. You probably don't know him.
Okay.
I'm gonna swing it to Billy because Billy has some questions for you.
Oh,
Oh yeah. So
I threw him on the spot.
yeah, literally just threw me on the spot.
That's okay.
So you mentioned how you wanted your EP to be like the open door, right?
yeah.
Is that the only message you wanted out of it?
Oh no, I mean, I think the biggest message is just blossoming and becoming and imperfections and how, you know, we're never going to be perfect. I think like that's so huge. I think the whole thing is about growth. I think people need to understand that their growth doesn't stop
Yeah.
after they read the Bible. Yeah, no. After you've read, even if you've read the Bible front to back, your growth doesn't stop there, because we just every day we work towards something new, you know, and God always has plans for us. And so I think that's really, really what I want people to understand. Like,
Yeah.
and if you're not a believer and you're hearing the album and you're kind of just like, oh, like, what does Sarah want me to take away? Because like, I'm a non-believer. I really want you to take away that like society has probably confused the heck out of you when it comes to God. I know I was really confused, and you really shouldn't let anyone try and tell you who God is. You gotta find him on your own. I mean, it's just it doesn't really work that way.
Yeah.
I mean, there is a solid understanding of like who God is, but like there are a lot of people that are going to say different things, and it's
There's a
very
lot of
confusing.
misconception.
Yeah. A lot of
Yeah.
misconception, a lot of
Or
different
deception.
beliefs.
Yeah.
Well, you know, not to go
And
too deep.
like I
No,
said,
yeah, true.
Like I said, everybody just thinks has these strong opinions, and you know, and that kind of just sways people different
Does.
ways, and you know, it might sway people away. You
Yeah.
know, and that's just it's unfortunate, but that's like the reality of it.
It is.
And that's how people are nowadays. Not just with that, but with anything.
Mm-hmm.
You know, people with strong opinions just believe that, you know, I'm just gonna say this and that's it.
Also,
This is
like
it.
saying something so strong and leaving it out there is like so rough. I
Yeah,
don't know why
like-
people do that. Like, I have no idea why people do that. Like, I don't even know. I'm just like, I mean, if you state something, I think like not everything needs an explanation. I'm actually one of those people sometimes where I'm like, let's say I feel a certain way and people are like, why? And I'm like, I just really don't owe you an explanation right now. Like,
yeah, you don't
I
have to
just-
explain how you
but
feel.
like when strong topics come up and like nobody's willing to like listen to each other, or they're just like willing to like drop bombs and then just like walk away from it, I'm like, I just, why?
She'd
Why?
rather drop the little fairy sounds. No
I would
bombs.
literally rather just. I mean, like, if it was me, we'd live in a utopia. Like, I would just be.
Go ahead, press it. It's okay.
Yeah.
It really is. It's radiating. It's like
It literally
so
is.
much.
I
Yeah.
feel like it embodies you.
yeah. It's super dope. I
I'm
love
dead.
it.
When I get this for my future podcast, that will be happening. I have no idea when, so I
Oh,
can't even promote
okay.
that. I can't even promote that
Exclusives.
because I might even be like in 3 years. But when I do, I will be getting this specific board with this specific sound just so I can do that.
I love it. I love it. I love the energy. So I feel like what I was gonna say earlier about your EP, real quick, to jump back, like it can sound like a Taylor Swift album. You know what I mean? Without any Christianity. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, you know-
And it's, like I said, it's not that you're hiding it. It's just that Taylor Swift be bumping sometimes. Not really
Yeah.
for me, but for a lot of people. And I know that that's one of your inspirations as well that you didn't mention, or maybe not inspirations, but artists that you like.
I think I
Sorry,
had.
this just what you just did about being like Taylor Swift, she's good, she's not for me. It just reminded me of a Kanye West interview when he talked about Gaga. Have you ever seen that?
Yeah, yeah.
Have you asked?
Yes, I
But
have.
he was
We've-
like, I like some of the Gaga. He was like, I like some of the Gaga songs, but then it was like went off. Okay, anyways, what?
I was.
Kanye's
That's
the GOAT.
why I was laughing.
but
That's why I
anyways-
wanted to say that. I'm so sorry.
Wait, time out. Have you heard Jesus is King by
I
Kanye
have.
West?
I have.
It was amazing. Let's just
There was a lot of good in it. It had some of those stuff in it that I can't listen to it for consecutive like hours or like
I understand that.
front to back.
The choir, the
Can't.
sounds, everything though.
I think I've only heard
So
one song.
good.
Do you know the song
Wow.
Rain by SWV?
No.
He does that, but in church form.
I think I only know that song where he talks about Chick-fil-A.
That's not Jesus is King.
That is
Yeah.
Jesus.
I don't know.
I don't. Sorry, Reborn. Whatever the album is that is by Kanye. It's called Jesus is King, isn't it? The one
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
Jesus is King.
There's a song on there.
That's the rap. That's a rap one. He came out with 2.
No, that's on Jesus is King.
Okay.
I swear it's on Jesus is King.
It's okay. Continue.
I don't even know what I'm saying. You asked me something
Taylor
about my EP.
Swift and the correlation.
So I was saying
I gotta work on this. I need someone to do media training.
I was talking to somebody about your EP. I forgot who it was. And I had mentioned the correlation between you and Taylor Swift. I was like, oh, you know what? Like, if you like Taylor Swift, like, this is definitely an EP for you. Yeah. And I definitely, like, I was like, yo, this is like how I kind of just,
viewed it,
like, made the connection. You know what I'm saying? And I was trying to explain. I really forgot who it was.
Jesus
it might have been
is
Angel.
Born is the name of the album.
Jesus is Born.
So I am sorry, you were right about the Chick-fil-A. But Jesus is Born is the name of the album. So it was very similar. Jesus is King, Jesus is Born.
I think it's like
No, closed on Sunday, you're my Chick-fil-A. But she's not talking about that. We're talking about Jesus is Born, which is the choir.
That yeah. But I knew that's the only song I know on that.
So Taylor Swift.
Yeah, I'm not inspired by her.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry.
Why are you sorry? She's great. I watched her documentary and she's actually like fantastic. I'm not inspired by her, but
you don't listen to her.
No, I mean I haven't listened. I mean when I was little,
I was misinformed. I'm sorry. I didn't assume. Really? I thought you actually listened to her. I thought you liked Taylor Swift.
I mean, I listened to her growing up a bit.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
I mean, she really is really great.
She's like, I'm not trying to say anything bad. No, I'm kidding.
Just because like just because she doesn't inspire the music, I feel like when I watched her documentary, I definitely was like, oh my gosh, she's so great. So I'd like to say that about her.
Yeah.
You know?
We talked about this like 3,000 times already, but she actually had her masters sold. Yeah. To Scooter Braun sold it, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So. And they were a lot of money. They sold it for a lot of money, and she couldn't buy it back. And so she's just releasing music that she can re-record, and release. And that's a very important reason why you should be independent and own your own music.
Yeah, because you don't want to be caught in these 360 deals, and you make no money off your music, off of the music that you put your heart and soul into.
It's not even a 360 deal.
I know, like just
any deal. They own your masters.
Yeah,
that's not a good deal.
That's not. Yeah, you want to own your music.
We were talking about your BMI, your royalties. Yes. You own your music, correct?
Yeah, of course. I you know it's crazy because I've actually heard like some people like talk about like wanting the right deal, but not being anti-label. I haven't understood that yet. I haven't understood why we still like label. I don't know, but I'm open to it because do you know JoJo?
JoJo is the singer?
Yeah, like Get Out Right Now. Her?
Yeah.
She had really bad problems with labels, and she came out after
years. Was it like 12 years, 10 years?
For so long, something like that. Yeah. But she got out of that problem, and then literally
came out with an amazing album.
Amazing, and then she had actually said like, "Oh, I'm not anti-label. Like, you just need the right deal." And I'm like,
"You do." And
I'm just wondering what that looks like.
Let me explain.
Let me explain
to you. Like a publishing deal, it's still a deal. Like somebody to publish your music, but you own. You know what I'm saying? So it could be a 50-50. It could be a 60-40.
It could still be $100 though, publishing deal, because publishing is a certain type of royalty. So if you give someone your publishing
to get it to the masses, right? Who does that?
To own your master?
No, to get it to the masses of like people, like like to have radio push and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's publishing. But if someone owns 100% of publishing, you still get like songwriters royalties and everything. It's just a certain type of royalty that you get.
So I didn't even know there was different type of royalties. I thought that was all the same thing.
No, it's like 100 different ones.
Yeah, that's why like you can get royalties. Like people would get plaques, like when they get like platinum plaques, other people get the platinum plaques.
Like,
yeah.
So like if someone invested $50,000 into our podcast, right? And we had to pay them back that, $50,000 with content or something like that. Like that's why I would say labels are still going to be a thing, because they back you with the money. But as long as you said what the right deal looks like. The right deal looks like a reasonable amount of time and a reasonable, price. So if they're giving you $500,000, let's just do minimal numbers, but $500,000 to record 2 albums, and you have to make that back times 2. So you have to make $1 million in order, and you bet on yourself. I think that's good. If not, you already know what you signed up for. Now, but you own your music. Now, if they put the $500,000 into putting it all together, that's what masters are, right? Your masters are how it was recorded, who put the money behind it, correct?
It gets confusing, but probably.
Okay, so you don't have to worry about that because you don't have to deal with that.
I got my masters, but yeah.
Okay, basically, like all the money that you put into your music, that's basically what a label would do.
Oh, yes.
You know what I'm saying? All those hours and times in the studio. So if you don't have a team, and if you don't have those resources, that's why a label is important.
Yo, it's like I have resources, but it's like no independent artist starting out. I mean, unless you're in LA and you live in the hills and your father's rich, you don't have the resources.
I feel like you don't even need labels though. Like you really don't.
You don't, but
you don't need them, but they'll still be a thing.
I know they'll still be a thing.
They will, but they are kind of like they're losing it a bit. I mean, I think there's a lot that goes into it because even like talking about the good deals, like if you have enough time with enough money, it's like there's also so much more to consider as far as like, well, how many songs until we re-sign? Because some people will be like, okay, the term is 3 years, right? But there's also like a lot of them will be like, you have to deliver us like a certain amount of albums before we can before you're able to resign, which is like crazy because a lot of people do that. I'm pretty sure that's like JoJo saying, I'm pretty sure she needs to deliver like 7 albums before getting out of her contract, and they wouldn't actually let her release it. So this is the thing, is you could be writing and recording and be like, oh, I only have to do 3 years of writing and recording and I need to come out with 2 albums in that time. That's great. But then they'll be like, actually, we don't want you to come out with this album. You have to write an entire new album. And
yeah.
That's
what.
And that was because I could be wrong, but there was like child laws against that for like in the music industry. Like JoJo's the reason why they have created these new laws of children in the music industry. Because
I have no idea.
They pretty much. I'm not 100% sure, so I don't want to speak on it like it's facts, but from what I was listening to on, I don't remember what podcast it was, but JoJo basically got in young. She was like, what, 12, 13 when she recorded that song that you were just singing? JoJo.
Probably.
Yeah.
I think she might have been 11 when it came out when she was 12.
Okay.
Crazy numbers for her. Like
super young, and she had like a number one hit song. Immediately signed to, a deal, and they took advantage of her. You know what I'm saying? Money-wise and... what's it called? Vulnerability. So there is laws now against that, I believe, because of JoJo. I don't know the exact laws, but
I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so too, because that happens to a lot of artists. It happens to Lil Wayne.
It's a little different. It was a little different, but yeah.
Yeah, but same thing. Like he was in his
getting
deal
taken
and
advantage.
Exactly.
Yeah, the artists get taken advantage of all the time.
And
artists in general.
And they'll sign these deals because they're like, yo, I want to be famous. I want to do this music stuff, and I want to really.
But think about how many albums would not have come out
without labels.
I
understand that, but like I feel like nowadays you don't need none of that, bro.
No, nowadays
like with social media, the way things are going, and if you play the algorithms right and you know what you're doing, you can definitely do what you want to do without having the need to have a label be behind you. You have a team of people, like team of your peers that you want on like by your side and pushing everything you're doing, then you can definitely make it. Look at we spoke about it last week or on the last podcast. NBA YoungBoy played the algorithms, and now look at him. You know what I'm saying? Like
Russ is a product
of doing it yourself. He writes, records, mixes, masters, engineers every one of his songs.
Didn't Frank Ocean do something really cool with that label too?
Frank Ocean.
Yo, he played them with Endless.
That's what I was thinking.
He created this album basically that he did a visual for, and it was called Endless.
It was just a
him.
visual
It was him building stairs. He put it out only as a visual, but the label was fine with it because I guess it met the criteria. He had recorded and created a whole nother album called Blonde, that he put out after that.
It was like
album,
2 weeks after
that album Endless, because we all thought, oh, this is what you're giving us, and it was still beautiful. That song, that piece of work is beautiful. It's just not how people consume music nowadays with streaming and stuff like that. It's not spread out.
Yeah, and you can't like pick a song. You have to
literally watch him build the steps.
I watched the full thing. I watched the full thing and I loved it. It just like I won't go back to it and like try to like
Yeah.
you mainly like for me I mainly listen to music when I'm driving. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna sit there while I'm driving and like try to scroll through it and find my favorite song and know like the like exact time that it is. You feel me?
Yeah.
So what he did was he put that album out, and then 2 weeks later
came out
with an exclusive album. She came out with Blonde, the album, and he exclusively released it on Apple Music for a week or a day.
Oh, I think it might have been 2 weeks.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly the time frame, but that's what he did. So that album Endless took him out of his deal, and then he had his own deal. They were so mad. He had labels flipping tables. People were saying like the inside sources. Everyone at that time.
I would definitely think so.
It's Frank Ocean. I mean,
but he didn't want to be in his deal no more. He
one of the biggest artists, and this goes back to what we were talking about off like camera, like Bruno Mars, Frank Ocean, those artists that don't really pop up all the time and make albums. So Frank Ocean definitely is more disappeared than like than Bruno Mars, but once you put out those songs, people are gonna look. So he's making money regardless off the streams. And if he goes on tour, how many times has he gone on tour? People want to see Frank Ocean. People want to see Bruno Mars.
I've actually never even seen tickets for any of his concerts.
And that's how you make the money nowadays, because when you're with a label, you need the touring, because the streams go pretty much to them, and streams don't make you that much money.
No, we don't get paid off streaming.
We don't get paid.
Yeah.
We just were like actually talking about that at the studio. They were just like someone had came and we're just basically talking about like building your business, and they were like and using your business expenses. I was like, what business expenses? I was like, 16 cents. I actually think I get like 0.07 of a cent for every Spotify stream.
For each stream, or for like 10?
Each stream, but it's not even a penny.
Yeah, but how much is a stream? Like a stream as in one play?
It's different on each platform.
Okay, what's Spotify? Because I know you know that one.
No,
correct?
I don't.
Damn, do you know any of them?
Isn't Apple Music like 5 plays is a stream, or 10 plays is a stream?
That's the most foul thing. Are you telling me they have to play Holy Detox 5 times for me to make point?
I think I don't know the specifics.
No.
I don't know.
I don't even think it's 5 times. I think you need like 100 plays on one song to be one stream or something.
Oh, that's even worse. I didn't know that.
I wouldn't be surprised. I really wouldn't. I mean, this has been a battle for independent artists for years. Like ever since the more like subscription based platforms have come out, there've just been like so much fight on what is actually ethical to give people when their song is being streamed. I mean, because if we're all paying $10 a month for Spotify, and think about all the people that are paying $10 a month on Spotify, and to pay an artist I gotta be honest, I don't even think it's 0.07. I'm pretty sure it's like, when I look, it's like 0.0007. Like it's like literally
0.07 is 7 cents.
Nothing. No, of a cent.
I know, but 0.07 is 7 cents, so it's probably
no. Of a penny. If a penny is the one, if penny equals one, it's 0.0, probably more 0.7 of a penny. I don't even make a penny.
Yeah, and that's because
so bad.
Streaming services changed the whole industry. It changed everything.
Right, and they're making bank, and that's what they're saying. Like, if people have done the math, and they've been like, you actually make like millions off of people putting out their music, and it makes no sense because you're not producing anything.
Outraged, and it's not like they're doing super like amazing things with their platform for artists. I mean, Spotify's
only one. Apple Music does not do anything.
Spotify's been doing good. I like the way that they have like the visuals playing in the background now. Like when you play the song, they have like curated playlist kind of things that
I appreciate Spotify, but I do everything that like those visuals. Like, I mean, I have to make them. You know what I mean? So it's like, I appreciate that you gave me the option to do that and that you had someone code that into your system, but it does not. I don't know. You're still making so much money. I mean, like, that's gonna be a thing with anything. People are always looking to like make the most that they possibly can, and what they could get away with. But that's why there are so many important things, like you said, touring, and that's why, like, I don't know, like, even even more than that, I just think like to be kind of like in love with the business side of the music industry, although so many people like to say that it sucks. I mean, like you could say that, but then like you're not going to get anywhere. To be in love with that side, just really be able to know it, like freaking Frank Ocean, like what he did, like, you know, that's where you, that's where the success is. You know?
I think these streaming platforms need to do more for artists in general. Just like you make money off all these artists. And like just do something for
Apple tried to with Apple Connect, where you could pretty much connect with the artist. You know, like kind of comment under the song that you like and try to speak to them. And I heard that that's coming back out. But
I don't know why they ever got rid of that,
because it wasn't working.
I used to use that all the time,
but they wasn't answering you or anything.
It doesn't matter. I go on Apple Connect.
I had no idea that I could even answer people if they did that.
No, I don't even.
Like you could literally like the artist.
This was like literally like the first year, maybe the second year, and then they took it out.
So then I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm saying, but like they took it out.
I didn't have that.
I remember having to go on Apple Connect to listen to like Just Another Interlude by Bryson Tiller or whatever, and I commented and like, yo, this is heat.
It was like SoundCloud. You know how some people can comment on like a specific part of the beat, like it'll show when they're so on SoundCloud, if you release a song and somebody comments, it'll say when they posted that comment, if they're commenting while that song. So at like 47 seconds they'll be like, oh my god, the runs, you know what I mean? You'll know, really which is super dope. Shout out SoundCloud has opened the gates to so many artists.
I've been hearing I gotta get on that, but
listen, I don't think you have to get on SoundCloud. People do like downplay it and be like, oh, SoundCloud artists I don't want to listen to. You're a professional, you're on all streaming platforms, but you should also put it on SoundCloud. Yes, they have SoundCloud Go. So.
Yes. You have to, if I want to Spotify, I could upload my music through a distribution company. The one I use is called DistroKid.
DistroKid, I use it.
But it sends it to all platforms, and SoundCloud it doesn't. And I pay for DistroKid. I would have to pay another fee like I do with DistroKid, but on SoundCloud just to get it on SoundCloud.
All right, so we're not gonna shut them out. Never mind.
Right. Well, like I
just think they don't get the support from the streaming services.
I know. I mean, how
Tidal's about to change the game. Jay-Z is gonna do a lot more for the artists. It's basically gonna do that like whole connecting that Apple was doing, but
I was reading his tweets today.
But in a better way. I don't remember when he did it. I didn't read any tweets. He was
tweeting about it.
Sean Carter.
Yeah.
Jay-Z.
Yes.
Hove.
Yes.
Wow.
He was tweeting about it. I don't know.
He never tweets. So.
I know it was sometime this month. He was talking about it on his Twitter.
This is Tidal.
This is Tidal. Yes.
Yeah.
Apple Music is apparently supposed to blow up too. I heard that. Not Apple Music, see. Bro. What am I saying? Amazon Music.
Amazon Music.
Amazon Music is really dope. I like it. I was listening to your album on Amazon Music today when I was at my godfather's house.
Nice.
He loved your voice. I think I told you already off camera. But so
shout
as
out
far
Godfather if he's watching.
He will. As what's it called? As far as streams go, how many? Like, what's your most streamed song?
Not Broken.
Not broken. With
Chris Viola.
There you go.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
and
Broken
that's your
with Chris
song.
Viola. We did it completely just together. No one's featured on either side. It's literally Sarah Damon and Chris Viola.
Okay, so it's like a collab.
Got it.
Yeah.
He's super dope. Shout out him and his following. His voice is amazing. I didn't really know that he was from Staten Island and that he had this voice or anything like that. But he's dope.
I don't know who he is.
He's really great. And his favorite song was Finally Free. I actually made like a little video singing to it. It was like the sweetest thing I've ever seen.
Oh, yes. He in his car.
Yes. It was so awesome.
I'm in tune all the time.
Yeah. He goes to ET Studios. So.
Does he have other music on Apple, like on stream services?
Yeah. He has a couple different songs. As far as originals, I think he has 2.
Yeah. But he does a lot of covers and he has
excluding Not Broken.
And he's like TikTok famous.
Yeah. Oh,
is it TikTok? He's social media famous
his social media is really great.
Verified.
And so he does that, and he has a lot of different covers up and stuff. Yeah. He's working on something right now.
He's super dope. But yeah, so we did streams. What was I saying? What did I just ask you? I lost my train of thought.
You were just asking me if what my
your most streamed song. Okay, sorry. How about your most streamed song from your EP or solo? If you don't want to,
No, it's fine. I think it's Holy Detox. But like overall, let's check.
Yeah, let's check. Good to have your phone on you.
Okay.
You can give us the numbers if you want to.
Yeah.
I know that you was doing some numbers in the first week, which was insane.
It depends.
So let's see what you're doing now.
So right now, Holy Detox is like at 3,800, right?
Oh.
but
3,800. And this is on
only on Spotify.
exactly.
Okay.
And overall, though, my most streamed single that isn't Not Broken, I'm pretty sure is Blush.
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 Okay.
You make me blush. That one.
I think yeah.
I'm
I
looking.
don't know if I heard that before. Now I gotta hear it.
Hold on.
If it's the most streamed one, I gotta go with the masses.
Yeah, hold on. I just want to check real quick. Yeah, if it's not Broken, it's Blush.
And that's on Spotify.
That is on Spotify. It's on
Yeah. So,
all
and I'm
streaming.
sure you have a lot of Apple Music listeners, because when people were sharing it, they were sharing it a lot through
I
Apple
actually
Music, so.
think it's streamed more on. I think everything is streamed more on Apple Music.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
And
yeah.
you don't have access to those numbers yet.
I do.
No, okay.
I just don't really check them too often. As far as like
Watch.
Apple Music.
Hope maybe we'll get like a shocker moment.
Yeah.
We
that'd
probably
be crazy.
I mean, honestly, they're usually kind of like the same, but like
Okay.
Apple Music is just a little bit more.
Yeah, but then if you combine them together, that means you have like 6,000 plus, and your thing has been out for a month, and that's on one song.
Facts.
Come on.
Let me see.
Talk your talk.
No,
Independent
actually.
artists, let's go.
Oh.
Oh, wait, wow. Wait. Okay. It just updated. Hold on. On what am I talking about?
On
Apple Music?
Apple Music. On Apple
I
Music.
forgot. On Apple Music, Watered the Fire is my most streamed single, if it's not Broken, which is my first song ever.
Oh wow.
Oh,
No,
okay.
so the numbers are a little bit higher for some of the songs, but not for the EP. For the EP, they're higher on Spotify.
Okay.
But for my singles, they're higher on
What's your
Apple
highest that
Music.
you saw there?
Watered the Fire.
Oh, numbers.
Oh,
If you don't
what
mind
are
saying.
the? No, it's fine. 3,048, and then Not Broken is 41,000 on that
Yeah.
one.
41,000 is, you know what I'm saying? That's the flex. Let's get it.
That is the
41,000.
No,
That's
wait,
crazy.
it's the ferry, or yes, it doesn't fit for the ferry because it's Not Broken. It's a sad song.
I don't know if Not Broken is a sad song.
Powerful.
Powerful, yeah. For sure.
Powerful for sure.
Yeah.
We were talking about albums, your albums and stuff like that, and that brings us to the question of the week.
Oh,
Question of
yes.
the week.
Question of the week. So
I was wondering when that was going on.
Yeah.
So question of the week is, what's an album that has no skips?
Album that has no skips.
No skips.
Yeah.
None at all.
Julia Michaels' Inner Monologue Part 2. Obsessed. Hands down, the best thing I've ever listened to.
Yeah, mine's gonna be My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy by Kanye West, because that album is amazing. It is a rap album, it's a hip hop album,
Nice.
but yes, it's great.
Mine's definitely Unorthodox Jukebox by Bruno Mars.
Yeah, well, look at the versatility here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I'm gonna go with another one. I'm gonna say that Views by Drake has no skips from start to finish. That is one of his best albums.
Yeah.
Sonically, we're talking about sonically.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's one of his best albums sonically. It from start to finish. Yeah,
I mean, it's
okay.
It was good.
Let the people have an opinion.
It's-
What's yours?
It's okay. So
Let the people
I have this
think.
debate all the time.
I didn't say it was his best album, bro. I just
It's
said it has no skips.
It does not have no skips.
So-
None of Drake's albums have no skips.
Okay,
like,
you're bugging.
Like all of Drake's
Crazy.
albums have no skips. I
Crazy.
don't care. You can fight with somebody else. None of Drake's albums have skips. I
Does
could
Take Care have
literally-
any skips on it?
Thank you.
Take Care has skips on it.
You're wild.
Take
Does
Care
Thank Me Later have any skips on it? Thank you.
Yeah, but Isaiah's gonna
Survival?
say that.
Listen,
Survival has a lot of
Listen
skips.
what?
Okay, you know what? You're right. Survival does have skips.
More Life has skips.
No, it doesn't.
And it's not an album, but More Life has skips.
No, it does not.
Oh my god.
No, it does
Whatever.
not.
Anyways,
we'll save this talk when I'm on.
yeah. We got you. We got you.
Listen,
All right. So
I listened to obviously Views the most because
Yeah.
it was 16 when that came out, so I was like really bobbing with it.
2016, right? Is that what you said? Or you were
2016.
okay? I was gonna say you weren't 16. How old are you, by the way?
20.
20.
16.
No, you're 20 right now.
I am 20.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So
I'm
promise
20.
you, I didn't know that. I was like, wait a second. Okay, cool. Yeah. I was like, what? Because you're so successful. It kind of was just a shock, but it
Thank
shouldn't be. I don't know
Wait.
why I thought that.
I need to. There is a runner up for no skips. Take Time. Like, am I bugging?
Oh yeah, Giveon.
Take
Yeah.
Time.
Do you
has-
listen to Giveon?
No.
Oh wow.
Oh,
We'll put you on.
Yes, Take Time has zero. I only listened to that album ever fully through. Every single time, and the fact that he dropped when it's all said and done,
all said and done,
Take Time.
Take Time is the first one.
Yes.
When it's all said and done is the second one.
And he dropped them together in one project with an added song.
Yeah, which is good. It's a good song.
It's amazing.
That's awesome.
Amazing. That like
Billy has this voice that he does.
I just love.
He gets
What
real
is the
sensual on
voice?
the mic.
I just love
dead.
Giveon is amazing, and that album like no skips.
I think he's gonna cry again.
You know, so you were talking about Tori Kelly.
Yes,
You love her.
I love Tori Kelly.
Have you listened to her latest EP?
Her latest EP?
Yeah.
No.
Well, her latest EP, Solitude.
No, I heard about it. I did hear about it.
Well, that's no skips. Just saying.
There you go. No skips. No, we have a lot. Honestly, I have. Yeah,
there's a lot behind us.
Yeah. There's a lot of no skips. I'm
Force
looking over
drives.
here. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Ready to Die, no skips. Yeah. Heartless, 808s and Heartbreaks. Yeah, I mean, I personally think Take Care has skips on it because it's long, but that's just me. It's not Drake's best album in my opinion. It's Nothing Was the Same. It's his classic, but that's okay.
Force.
KOD, no skips.
KOD,
No skips. No skips on KOD at all. None at all.
I might skip a little.
Yeah.
I really like that album.
J. Cole?
Yeah.
Wow.
But I might skip a little.
That's okay. That one's heavily into different type of things. Than,
No, but that's a
He
really
talks about
great.
a lot of real shit on that album, though.
Yeah,
man.
for
you
real.
were doing so
again.
well. No, I'm kidding. I love it.
He talks about a lot of real stuff on that album.
A lot of real things.
Yes.
We remember. Nah,
It's okay. What
Let's forget it. Let's forget it.
There you go.
I forgot.
It's gone. It's gone. It's
Yeah.
gone.
I loved it. I love this episode, and I'm very happy that you were on. You're gonna be our longest
Yes.
episode, I think. And
Yes.
it
Oh
was
my
just,
gosh. Yeah,
like,
I'm so
great.
sorry.
Well,
I
listen,
feel like
we
I
ha- we
have a
were
lot
having-
to do with that.
We were
Blast.
having great conversation. This was amazing.
Okay, thank God.
Yeah.
We love it. Where can we find you?
You can find me on all social media platforms at Sarah Damon Music.
Right here.
It'll be right here. Make sure it comes up like that.
All right.
Okay. And then so Sarah Damon Music, SARADAMON Music, and I have a website as well, Sarah Damon Music, and everything's on there too. And you can find me on all streaming platforms just under my name, Sarah Damon, SARADAMON.
Becoming Daughter out now.
Becoming Daughter is amazing.
It's
Please
amazing.
listen.
Thank
Please
you.
listen.
We
You
need to get
saw
those.
me cry.
We need to get
facts.
those streams up on Holy Detox because if it's not matching Spotify, then I don't want to hear it.
Yo,
Facts.
for real. There's
That's
no
what I'm
reason.
Get the streams up
There's
on
no
the whole
reason.
EP.
Exactly. There's no reason.
Yeah.
Shout out everybody that's supporting us as always.
Yes, please.
And,
Shout out y'all,
yeah,
man. We appreciate
we love
all the
y'all.
love and support.
Thank you for all the messages and everything. And I'm again glad to have you here. Thank you,
Yes.
Billy. Again, always.
Thank you,
Thank
Justin.
you, Billy. Thank you, Justin. Thank
You
you,
know what I'm
Talk
saying?
Talk. Thank you, this amazing wall. I really like it.
I love it.
Yes,
I love it.
I love it so much.
Everything was great. Appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye.
Deuces.